There is a reprieve this night in the asylum, and Sally does what any sane person would. She clings to it with all her strength. The weight that sits in her chest melts away, allowing for one starving breath. The scent of sweat and dusty linen is willed from her mind, replaced with memories of tomatoes and fresh soil. Her feet take her down the hall, heels clicking, echoing into an expanse of shadows. She does not allow herself to see the stains on the walls, or the fractures in the window pane. She could draw them from memory, but for this moment, they cease to exist. As Sally reaches the end of the hall, she peers into the patient's room, illuminated by a blade of moonlight cutting across the floor. A young girl, sitting atop the bed, flinches at the oncoming shadow. Only as Sally walks into the moonlight does the girl release her grip on a bundle of sheets. Sally offers a sympathetic smile to her, the anxious girl. The asylum's file lists her name as Marion, but the staff have codes for each patient. The catatonic boy, the sweaty codger, the anxious girl. Everything they are summarized into 2 words. Sally sits on the edge of the bed, braiding the anxious girl's dry, brittle hair. Did you visit the community room today? The anxious girl hugs her pillow. I stayed here. A light moan carries through the hall, the first indication that peace will soon be broken. Sally does her best to ignore it, weaving one strand of hair over another. Do you know that room has a chair by the window? You can see the robins building a nest in the trees. The anxious girl looks to the hallway, her shoulders tensing as she listens to the distant moan. Sally gently rubs the girl's shoulder, wordlessly offering her sympathy. They sit for a short time, until a scream carries through the hallway. Sally Smithson came to town with dreams of children's feet and laughter in a wooden home built by her husband Andrew. But life came not with smiles, but with plans of destruction. Andrew worked as a lumberjack, a job with its perils. One day, Andrew's foreman had to pay Sally a visit, forever changing her life. She was alone. Without food on the table and no other option, Sally had to find a way, but the only employment she could get was at the Curtis Pren Asylum. Nobody sought employment there, unless they were in dire need. Just like Sally. Without any education, she started at the bottom, doing the hard night shift. Over the years, her mind had reached its limits. 2 decades of seeing horrid things that violate the eyes. Memories that are replayed every night, being abused verbally and physically by people without limits. Sally saw insanity from the outside, just to catch it herself. Finally, she could not take it anymore, and concepts of purification emerged inside her. She did what she felt was necessary. As the morning staff arrived one day in September, they found over 50 dead patients, lifeless, in their bed, along with 4 staff members, also dead. Only Sally had survived the night, but her mind was gone. Rocking back and forth non-stop, exactly what happened is only known by her. But it seems that some of them had been choked, as all marks around their necks. They got her into an ambulance. The ambulance never reached the hospital. It was found crashed in a nearby wood. All the staff dead, and Sally nowhere to be found. That's it for today's video. Stay safe, stay kind, and stay creative. I'd like to thank everyone for watching today. I try to post every Tuesday and Friday at 2 AM Australian Eastern Daylight Time, or 9 AM Central Standard Time. If you like the video, please leave a like. Please comment if you have something to say, and if you'll see more speed paints and animations, please subscribe. A very special thank you to my patrons D&G, WG, Thomas H, and Greg W. If you want to support my art and see things first, become a patron with the link below. And please make your day a wonderful one. Goodbye!